Good evening, guys. So just a short video today. Just got home from work and got a package. I am going to open up the box and show you guys what it looks like. Work has just been interesting for the most part, but I will show you guys what the part looks like, and then we will hopefully place it tomorrow. Hopefully. Alright, that's one. And here is the second one. So that's what they look like. And here is for the parking brake bracket. And that will go from the floor to one of these guys. So I will show you guys that hopefully tomorrow. But now we can actually get to welding the frame rails and the rocker panel and torque box together, because now we have our last reference points that we needed. So that way we are measuring correctly, and the car is overall in good measurements. So that's what I got for today, guys. Sorry it's a short video, but I was kind of waiting on this part. Alright guys, so just going to show you guys where this subframe connector or floor support goes. And I'm going to move this frame rail real quick and this torque box. Alright, so this pretty much slides into here, right underneath it, and is spot welded, and you can pretty much goes in a little bit further, right about there. And it all depends on the aligning holes from that one right there to this one over here, and the same thing, so on and so on. So what you're going to do is you're going to pretty much measure in an X from that one to where that one, the passenger side, will be on that, and pretty much get your measurements, which I forgot what the measurement is, but it is the 59 1/8. So that's what we're gonna do tomorrow when I get out of work. Got an early start tomorrow, so I will see you guys tomorrow. Good afternoon, guys. So I'm taking some time today to put the subframe connectors onto the frame rails, and here's what I'm at so far. So what I'm doing is pretty much mocking up everything and then laying down the points that are needed. So using the chart that we had originally, what I did was I transferred, let's see if I can do it, this mark right here where it says J, which is the ending of the hole on the bottom of the frame, to this one on the subframe, and it shows that it should be 59 inches right here. So looking at it this way, I transferred the whole area or the ending of the hole up to the top, so that way it'll make it a little bit easier to measure. So from here to this one is 59 inches, so that's from the center of the hole to the ending of that hole over there that is on the bottom of the frame. And now what I'm doing is pretty much chalking up where the frame is going, or the subframe is going to land on the actual frame rail, and then that way when I go to place it, so I'm going to have to drill some holes in this one, as you can see how it's going to end here, and then the same thing on this side. So that way when I remove everything, I know exactly where it's going to go. Obviously I will have to measure just to make sure. And then what I'm going to do is start marking the holes on the subframe, on the torque box, pardon me. That way I can start welding it together. We're not there yet. I do need to get this side aligned and leveled, and then that way we can have the frame a little bit square. And then what I'll do is just run a nice piece of steel along the frame rails to make sure that it is leveled. So that's what I am doing right now, as you can see. And I know I had shown a video of this before, but this is how we have the outer rocker panel, this guy right here, to the torque box, and then the torque box to the frame. So all this I'm going to mark and then sand and throw some weldable primer on there, so when it's time to weld, don't have to really worry that much about surface rust. And then the back of the rocker panel, which is going to be welding right here, and a couple of more areas right here, and then also on the bottom lip right over here. So that's what I'm working on. I'm going to start getting the other side situated and go from there, guys. Okay guys, so got the front rails set as far as the distance from the beginning ending of the front frame rail hole, which is on the bottom of the frame rail, and center point, or the center hole on the subframes. So I moved up the driver's side one, and the passenger side one is pretty much where it's got to be. Now what I have to do is measure from this center hole to this one. So what happens, guys, is there are alignment holes on the bottom of the frame, and what I did was just transfer them to the top, seeing that I am going to be working from the top of the car, not from the bottom. And the same thing on this one. So that is where the yellow is. That is the center hole that is down here. So I will show you guys that in a little bit to show you guys what it looks like. But now what I got to do is just get the 59 1/8 that goes from here. So what we're going to do is pretty much an X to here, and then from this one to this one over here. So that's what I'm going to work on right now. I'm going to show you guys how I do it with the measuring tape and just the basic, guys. Just grab, the center of the hole to the center over here. Alright guys, so I'm going to grab the measuring tape and do the 59 1/8. So I had already pretty much placed it to where it had to be, but just to show you guys how I got it. So pretty much from the center of this hole to the center over here, and then that'll give you your 59 1/8. And then the same thing on here. You could do it a couple of different ways, such as string. Cut some string that is 59 1/8, just enough to give you that correct distance. And it does help to have somebody, give you a hand with this, because it is kind of hard to maneuver. Alright guys, so as I'm moving this stuff around, it is going to move, so I am going to have to keep on measuring once I am ready to weld. But just want to mock everything up just to see what we are looking at, and then also to mark down the points where we are going to need to drill the holes for the spot welds. And that's on this stuff, you're going to have to keep on repeating the process a lot of times. It gets a little bit tiring, depending if you like doing this stuff. I mean, some of you guys may enjoy it, but I hate the repetitious part of the task. But you have to do it in order to ensure that you get a good finish. And by no means is this the finished product, guys. I mean, there's still a lot that we have to do in order to ensure that this is going to come out right. So this is just mocking it up, trying to make sure that we are where we get from a part standpoint, and then also from the steps that we need to take to actually find the places where we are going to weld, because we will have to clean some of that stuff off, and obviously make the holes for the spot weld to go on, I should say. So I need to get a couple more clamps, but that's pretty much what I'm gonna be doing. Alright guys, so pretty much got it clamped into place, not the permanent spot, but now you can see where each part is going to end up at. So then I would start drilling the hole here, here, because that's where it's going to weld to the actual subframe, frame rail. and then as you can see where the torque box meets it, so there is a lip here. So then, you know, we're just going to start drilling holes probably about an inch apart, about 5/16. And then again, you know, wherever your flanges are at, where they meet, you're going to want to start, you know, getting your holes ready. And then same thing on this side, as you can see where it's going to meet, and you know, pretty much over here as well. Now what we have to make sure before we actually lay down any welds is that our overall width, which was 54 3/4, which is the floor flange from the torque box to the end of the torque box. It's right here. So the floor would sit right in here. We got to make sure that it is the proper distance, and that we're thorough all the way through. So it should be the same distance from there to this one over here as well. Just wanted to show you guys what the subframe connectors are and how vital they were to finishing up the measuring on the 69 fastback chassis structure, whatever you want to call it. Okay guys, so was just marking the holes where I would have to make them, and pretty much had to take the whole front and obviously the sides and all that stuff, because now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start cleaning up the surfaces where I'm going to weld to, and then also start drilling the holes. As you can see, I already have them marked, and it's going to be a lot of holes to make, but should be worth the while. So just for the information, remember how I was talking about the hole on the bottom of the rail? So this is that hole that we were talking about, that we were measuring the 59 inches from. This one is from the ending. So as you can see on this one, where I had transferred the end of the hole to the top. So just for an FYI. So I am going to hopefully drill some holes today, and if not tomorrow. I think that'll be it for today actually. And then we can start welding the front rail together, because we already know where the pieces are going to go, and we already know pretty much the length of everything, and making sure that it's in the proper spot. And there's the other side. I don't know if you guys can make it out, but this is where the beginning of the rail is going to go, and then those are the holes that I have to make. And then these are the holes on the torque box that I have to make. So a lot of holes to make, and should be fun. But that will probably be completed tomorrow. Alright guys, so couldn't leave it at that for the day. I don't know, I just want to get some more progress done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start making the holes in the subframe connect. That is going to be this guy right here. So I'm going to try to knock out both of them. That way we can weld it to the frame. And obviously after I am done making the holes, I'm going to have to sand the bottom of this, and then also this surface right here, just to make sure that the weld penetrates pretty well. And then after that I will kick this guy in a little bit more. It is loose, I don't know if you guys can see it, and then just run a solid beam on there. I was thinking about getting an extra piece of metal and then just putting it right here, just for more strength and durability. And then I'm going to clean this side up as well, and let's see what we can do. I'm going to start with the driver's side, just to so it is a 1/4 inch hole that I will be using, or drill bit. Alright guys, so pretty much got all the holes pretty much pre-made already. So now what I'm going to do is use the electrical drill just to punch it all the way through, and finish up all the rest of the holes that I had to do. pretty much just like that. So I'm gonna finish up all the rest of them. Alright guys, so pretty much got all the holes pretty much pre-made already. So now what I'm gonna do is use the electrical drill just to punch it all the way through and finish up all the rest of the holes that I had to do. So only 1 million more holes to go, and I finished up the bottoms of both of them. Now I just need to attack the sides of them. I was going the wrong way. I'm going to let the blade cool down for a little bit, and then I will continue making the rest of the holes. So, important note, make sure you're going the right way. All the holes drilled out for the subframe or floor supports, just so you guys see what it looks like. So I do need to clean up the inside burrs that are left over. You can see there's a lot there. And then sand down the area where we are going to weld it to. So I'm going to start grinding these down, and then not really sure if we'll be able to weld today because it is kind of late, and just for noise, well, actually I'm pretty sure we won't be able to grind actually. So yeah, so we got the holes done for this, and that looks like that is going to be a wrap for today. Pretty sure that is it. So I will see you guys tomorrow, and tomorrow I will be cleaning up the frame rail, so that way we can weld those onto the frame rail. And again, we're going to have to measure the 59 inches that we had spoken about. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for watching. I know it's kind of one of those processes that it's kind of boring, but it is part of the process to get the car, you know, to get it going, I should say, because there's a lot that it takes to get the car going, and then when you start making real big progress, then you're going to notice some big changes. But these are little steps that we have to make sure that we make, and obviously measuring, because like I said before, you do not want to be running around with a nice looking car from the outside and then have somebody critique it from the back, saying that it's dog tracking or whatever the case may be, or it's leaning to a side and they're sitting in front of the car. So we got to take all the proper steps to make sure that that doesn't happen. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you, and have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your night. Bye.